Hi everyone, this video is going to be about what is channeling and how do I learn it. My name is Jessie Herman. I'm the channel for the non-physical entity group Vagrein, and I'm so excited to be here with you today to discuss this topic because I can speak to it on a human level as a full trance channel and talk to you about my experience in becoming a full trance channel and what that entails, as well as channeling Vagrein for you. As you can see, I'm in a new location, and so I'm testing out some new technology on this end, and I'm hoping that you enjoy. So I became a trance channel quite reluctantly. I didn't want to be a channel at all, and I felt this pressure, an internal pressure of an external invitation to channel. One day I got fed up with this pressure and said, fine, I will prove to you that I'm not a channel. I will prove to you that I don't have this ability. And I lay down in a state of release, meditation, acceptance, and allowance, and recorded my meditation period, or my nap time, whatever you would like to call it. And to my surprise, there was speaking on the recording when I came out of that trance. I experimented with that for a little bit on my own, thought I had gone crazy. You can read this whole story in my book, my channel book, Vagrein, Seeking Ends When Sharing Begins. But the short story version is that I shortly afterwards accepted that this was a gift that I've been given and it's not for me. It's to share with the world. Therefore, here I am, sharing it with the world. What is channeling? Channeling is what we're doing all the time. Your body is connected to your personality. The light just went out. Sometimes these things happen. Your body's connected to your personality, to your mind through your channel. You are a channel. Or it depends what you're identifying as you. So you are a channel channeling your existence into physical form. If you'd like to channel something external to you, or what seems to be external to you, which is actually more accurately a broader and larger aspect of you, then letting go of your identification with the smaller aspects of you is a step that you can take. On top of that, allowing yourself to not exist is the best way to put it. The good news is that we are constantly existing in a much larger space than our physical existence. And in letting go of holding on so tightly to your physical connection, you do get to experience and be in the state of that broader, grander spiritual connection that you always have. So that's kind of what I do when I go into a channeling state. I tune into the larger aspects of myself, the ones that are not dependent upon my brain, the ones that are not dependent upon my memory, the ones that are not dependent upon my physical vessel. And that is what I tune into. That is what I go to. In the meantime, my physical vessel, my brain, my body are borrowed by the energy known as Vagrein, who steps in and has a wonderful conversation with you guys. So we're going to do that right now. We're going to have Vagrein come in and have one of those wonderful conversations with you about what is channeling and how you yourself can learn how to do it. It takes a few minutes to get into trance, and then we will begin. Good now to you. We will address first the idea of who you are. For we cannot talk about how you can channel if we do not first define from what space we are speaking to this question. If you are a physical being, if you are your body, your mind, your brain, and the physical aspects of yourself, then there is no confusion. You are channeling all the time. If the you in this sentence is you, the physical being, you are indeed, in any moment, you are conscious, in conscious awareness, channeling simply that conscious awareness into that physical vessel. What difference would it be Then, for you to channel from that physical form, one consciousness or one individuation of consciousness or another. It would make no never mind if you were Tracy, Amar, Eleanor, Donald, Musfar, or any other energy with name or not. Your physical body wakes up in the morning and it does connect immediately to the frequency that is you. That was you yesterday and will be you tomorrow, or you, not you if you are identifying with the body, but this particular frequency that you favor. Which, yes, is in evolution, which, yes, is in transformation and change in all moments at all time, and is influenced directly by the choices that are being made on your physical level. But the reason why this information does not sit quite correctly is because you are not simply physical beings. You do indeed talk about your bodies as something even external to what you identify with as you. You say, my arm is hurting, not I am hurting. You say, my head, my back, my leg, my body, as if it is something that belongs to you, has some difficulty or other. Therefore, if it belongs to you, it cannot be what you are identifying with. So you are something else. And you believe yourself to be that frequency that you are. Yes, your personality, what you're calling your soul. And we will point to the fact that there are times when you do say my soul, my oversoul even, my higher self. Then these too cannot be who or what you are or what you perceive yourself to be. We would say all of this is accurate. The reason why it is difficult to call yourself your soul and say I am is because you are the I am beyond even your soul, even your oversoul. There is an honesty within this perception. You know that you are not your personality. You know that you are not your mind. You know you are not your brain. You know you are not your body. You know you are not even your soul or your oversoul. Then what are you? And this is one of those points in our conversation where if you understand and accept this transmission, you have a key to everything that you have been wanting. In knowing what you are not, you know what you truly are. You are the all that is. Therefore, not only are you channeling your personality, you are also channeling your body. You are also channeling your mind. You are also channeling every physical apparatus and experience that you are having in your life, in your perception, in your pinhole perspective on existence. And here also lies the secret to channeling. It is not your body that channels. It is not your personality or ego that channels. It's not your mind. It is not some configuration in your DNA. It is the letting go and the releasing of all of those, and a positioning of yourself, a returning of the self to the knowing of the all that is. An opening, or more so, a letting go of all of the other openings. And why does one being choose to channel one particular energy frequency and one being choose to channel another particular frequency? It does not matter. That too is determined by something that is beyond your mind, beyond your DNA, beyond your personality, beyond your body, beyond your form, beyond your mind, your energetic field. Let us come back. How to do this? It would be humorous to be holding a marble in your hand, tightly gripped, and to be asking how to let it go. How do I? Now, if you had been holding this marble your whole life, and it was extremely important to you, in fact, you felt that your existence would cease to be if you were to open even one finger, then yes, you would believe that holding on to this marble was a difficult thing to let go of. You would perhaps have stiffness in your hand. You would even be confused. Perhaps you would become so accustomed to holding on to it that you could not feel the strain of the muscles wrapped around it. But that is what is occurring. You being in physical, you being in the individuation that you are, is a choice. It is a choice over time. It is a significant choice that you made for your evolution. But if in some point during that soul journey, that path, that manifestation of the individuation that you are, there is a desire to be someone who can let go of that marble. You have every capability to do so. The question is not how do I channel, it is how do I let go of my fear of channeling. It is how do I let go of my attachment to existing. How do I dismantle my belief that this could be detrimental? How do I allow myself to completely shift every belief I've had about existence and my own individuation? How do I align with all that I truly am in order to feel safe, to allow every other aspect of myself, aside from that grandest version, or the most important version, or the most important aspect, to be temporarily paused, to be moved out of the way, How do I feel safe that I need not exist in all of the ways that I believe existence to be important? Can I bridge these two worlds? And then can I allow a sort of rental agreement with whatever energy the rest of me decides, and I too am a part of that rest of me, to allow to come through for whatever reason that feels most beneficial and delightful to me. You do not channel. And yes, you do channel. But again, the big question is, who are you? We will also take this opportunity to speak on the desire to channel. Why? The question is why? And the answer to that why, which is modifiable, which is in evolution, will give you more, even information on why it is you are not yet doing so. Does it feel exciting to be someone, to seem to have some sort of power or ability? Does it feel glamorous? Does it feel like somehow, if you only could have access in this way, that some problem or other in your life would be resolved, that you would finally have the answers that you are looking for? We assure you that this is not the case. No vessel is perfect. Whether one steps out of that way or not is no different than whether one is able to cook a delicious omelette or not. Yes, it is learnable. But do you cook a delicious omelette because that sounds like a delicious idea to you, and do you have a desire to cook a delicious omelette in order to have a delicious omelette? Or do you cook a delicious omelette to have all the answers of the universe, to solve some problem, to get away from some negative emotion? And yes, we know some of you do eat in order to absolve yourself from negative emotion. But in this particular analogy, it is far more likely that you are cooking a delicious omelette or learning to do so simply because that feels like something that you would like to do, or feels like something that is being called through you. Channeling is no different. Listen to the stories of those who are vessels. They are boring stories. You do not hear of a channel who has gone to a university and worked so hard to hone their skills and fought and practiced every day. Instead, you hear stories of people who had something being called through them. That is not to say that if you have a desire to channel, there is not something being called through you. There probably is. You would not be interested in this topic if there were not. But often your desire to channel will give you hints towards why it is not yet occurring. hope that this transmission and the energies within it have aided you in your journey, have helped you to understand more deeply the ease that is required in that letting go. And you can take this information and apply it to anything that you are ready to let go of. Just know that your muscles are not atrophied. You simply do not remember how hard you are holding on. And with that, we leave you with the light and the love of 1,000 suns. Anaya. So, in that transmission, I felt that there was a big emphasis on the work that one needs to do for letting go of fears when they're moving into a channeling state or channeling desire, and also a clarity on the reasons why you're wanting to channel, a purification of the reasons why you're wanting to channel, and a awareness of allowing that to occur naturally. If you're wanting to become a channel in order to get something, it's probably less of an easy route than if you're kind of feeling already moved into your channeling adventure by some sort of internal spark or guidance or push or insistence, like in my case. I'd say that most likely in the future we'll see a lot more of you opening up your channeling abilities. My piece of advice to you from the human perspective is, from what I've seen and worked with clients in my life coaching business and in helping people learn how to channel, is that the major roadblocks to doing that is believing that those thoughts or energy or ideas or imagination that comes into one's mind are actually channeled material. So when you're living your day-to-day life and walking through your day-to-day, attempt to trust your intuition a little bit better, attempt to trust your instincts a little bit better and your imagination a little bit better, and have internal dialogue and conversation with yourself so that you're working that muscle and you're getting ready to let go. And it was really cool that Vagrein had me use my hands to demonstrate stuff in this session, which I did have some awareness of. So I hope that was wonderful. Have a wonderful day, and please remember to like and subscribe to this channel. I'll see you again soon.